Oscar Mabuyane has been re-elected as the ANC's chairperson in the Eastern Cape, following an elective conference marred by delays and disruptions. Mabuyane beat Babalo Madikizela by 150 votes. The Eastern Cape Premier got 812 of the votes to Madikizela's 662. Let's get you a live update from East London, where Sipha Kema, our reporter, is standing by. And Sipha, you've got with you Babalo Madikizela, who has not come out victorious from this conference. Is he licking his wounds?
Of course, I think let's talk to him, Tebekile. As you mentioned, 662 votes. That was out of 1,447 votes. Let's talk to Babalo Madikizela here. Okay, I think let's start here. How are you feeling, of course, let's start with the number of votes that you got and, of course, not taking that chairperson position.
Look, I feel happy that we held a successful conference and that the ANC in the province now will start focusing in the unity and the renewal project and servicing our people. So I feel happy. Now all that we must do is to support the leadership that has emerged and talk to all the delegates and the branches that have supported us to support the leadership that has emerged in making sure that they continue uniting the province, they continue servicing people of the Eastern Cape, and focusing on the real bread and butter issues that are affecting our people.
Now, hearing your response, of course, but let's look to where at some point yesterday there was a bit of disruption with what looked like could collapse the conference, and allegedly from people supporting you or some of your delegates, right? Now, you accepting the defeat, of course, of chairperson and the rest of the positions within the top 5. Are we going to expect any urgent court application, last-minute court application, maybe trying to interdict this conference?
No, we'll not. There's no way we'll do that thing. There was no disruption. There were robust engagement on credentials. There was no disruption. That is why, at the tail end, for the sake of unity and for the sake of saving the ANC, even though most of the issues we felt they were not resolved and answered correctly, we felt let's just allow the credentials to be adopted. So that at least, because it's not about us as individuals being elected. You know, we can't just fight at all costs just to serve people. So we decided, look, otherwise we would have been here even today without credentials adopted. So we felt, look, let's just allow credentials to be adopted. Those issues, we can follow them up internally, and if they are resolved, when they are resolved, we'll accept the decision. But even if comrades feel they are not satisfied, we'll have to accept the highest decision that has been taken on those aspects. So there will be no court issues, and there will never be court challenges around this conference, especially around the leadership collective that I was contesting with. So we are supporting the leadership that has emerged. We will, as I'm saying, we will tell all our delegates and all the branches that had supported us to rally behind the leadership so that they can continue with the unity of the province and the renewal project without any disruptions. Now,
just a quick one, Mr. Madikizela. Of course, there were questions asked inside the briefing that we had with the top 5, saying that, the secretary as well as the chair himself, they're known for purging out certain individuals. When it came towards leading up to the conference, those who seemed like they were not on their group or their side or their slate. Now, the question here is, are you not worried now of yourself and, of course, the other people who are actually lobbying with you, who are serving in the chair's cabinet currently? Are there any worries about your government positions?
In fact, what I know is that the chair has always been very vocal in not mixing the two. even when we started to contest, there were talks, if you contest, you will be removed, and so forth. And he has been very vocal himself, but these two don't add up. So I'm not certain of them hedging, you know.
He did say that they're reaching the end of term. He said, when asked whether he will be seen purging other people, or maybe those who are serving under his cabinet now, who were actually lobbying against him, he said, well, right now, we're reaching the end of term. He has to review those that are in his cabinet. Do you think that maybe that's a hint at saying that there's a possibility that maybe some of those who are lobbying for you are not safe?
Look, I can't really comment on that one. Remember, he's the premier. He's the premier who appoints the cabinet. And, yeah, he's at liberty to do whatever he feels is right to do. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Madikizela. That's Babalo Madikizela, of course, who was contesting to run as the chairperson of the province with 662 votes, and Oscar Mabuyane coming out on top with 812 votes out of 1,447 votes that were, of course, counted or taken, rather. But for now, Tembegile, it is back to you in studio.
Sipha Kema, thank you very much for that. Sipha is at the ANC conference in East London.